Everybody has been asking me how I am making hot cocoa bombs. These have been so popular this year on TikTok, Facebook, Pinterest, everywhere. And I thought, hey, that seems easy enough. I can make that myself. So I've been giving these to my clients as like their Christmas gift for me this year. Or 2 of them, you know, like for their husband and them. Or a couple for their kids. I've been giving them away like hotcakes. Anyways, these are made out of almond bark. And then the red is candy melts. You find candy melts in the like cake decorating section. That's usually by the party supplies in Walmart. That's where I've been shopping lately, is Walmart. And then these have some gold dust on them. Not necessary, but it's just fun because you'll see it when it melts. And then, yeah, so the hot cocoa is inside and there's marshmallows inside also. So let me show you. This is the mold that I got off of Etsy. It was kind of hard to find because this is such a popular thing right now. And everything I found on Amazon was just like too small. It was like half the size. And that's okay because I've also made one with star molds. That's how I kind of started practicing. But the problem with that is you can't get enough hot cocoa in there. So you would have to use multiple bombs in 1 cup, which is okay, but you're making more for less basically. So this I got off Etsy. It came in about a week. I'm not sure of the seller's name, but you just search these on Etsy and they're easy to find. I don't know if at this time of year, it being like the 16th, if you'll get one in time, but let me show you the other mold that I was using. So I first made them in this mold. It's just a star mold from that same baking section in Walmart. And this is what I started with. This one was, I almost feel like more challenging because this one I would have to pour the chocolate in, let it set, and then pour it all back out and let it cool down and reheat it. Where this one, I kind of do like a combination method. So put that out of the way. Right now I have my white chocolate and I double boiled it. So I didn't microwave this. I put a pot of hot water on the stove cooking and I put this bowl on top and I melted it down because I feel like that way you can get it all to the same temperature at the same time and then it's not like too gooey. But what I'm going to do is nothing. I'm gonna let it cool for quite some time because when you pour the super hot, this is the first mistake that I was making. Let me help you help yourself. When I was starting, I was pouring super hot chocolate and then dumping it out and nothing was sticking to the sides because it was too hot. It was just pouring straight back out. So to get it to like stick, you almost need it to like a jelly like consistency so that it will stay up on the sides of the mold. So I'm going to time it for you. It's 9, well, I don't know if y'all can see, 9:55 right now. That's kind of hard to tell, but and then I'm going to show y'all what time it is before I pour my chocolate so you can kind of see how long I let it cool off. And like, it's hot right now. It's too hot for me to touch the bottom of the bowl. And then the other thing that I highly recommend is these silicone baking mats. You can find them right now at Walmart in like the holiday baking section. And it's very similar to the silicone molds. So if you have like I'm gonna use this on the cutting board because I like to transfer to the fridge, But like if I have to dump the mold out because I put too much chocolate, I put it on one of these over like a cookie rack so that I can save my chocolate and reheat it. Because if not, the chocolate gets stuck to everything and you can't reuse it. So that's just like my little things you need. And then this is so random. If you have a better tool, use that, but this is just what's been helping me. I had trouble finding like a really small spatula. They're all super big. So these are like toddler silverware, and the ends of them are really small, so I can like get into the mold. And that's what I've been using to get my chocolate up on the sides. So it works. But okay, I will be back and we'll get the chocolate going, okay? Okay, I am back. It's 10:09 and my chocolate has cooled down a lot. So now it is a lot thicker. Okay, so you're going to spoon it in to your mold. You can fill it up. You don't have to fill it up though. I'm gonna show you why. It takes a lot of chocolate, guys. More than you would, I feel like, assume. Like I filled that one up way too full. It's okay. I'll show you what to do if you do that. Okay, so like this one, these two got way too full, but that's okay. So I'm gonna take my little fork, spatula, whatever you're using, and I'm just scooping the chocolate up the side. You wanna make sure you get it all the way around. Keep doing that. Make sure you get a good coat going. Same thing. The more chocolate you have in it, it's easier, but the more chocolate you have in it, you're gonna have to pour it off. And I'll show you how to pour it off, but ideally you don't wanna have to pour it off because it just takes more time. But we're all beginners here, accidents happen. Like this one is almost full. So you could honestly use your finger to do this. I would recommend a glove, but I'm making these for other people, not myself, so I'm not going to use my finger for this part. The thing, I really saw somebody on Facebook and she was like, I would not pay $5 for those hot cocoa bombs. That's ridiculous. I can make them myself. And oh my gosh, I have not charged anybody for these. Like I'm gonna make some for my best friend, and I was like, girl, just buy the chocolate and I'll just do it, you know. I didn't start doing it for money. I just wanted to do it for my clients. So I'm like, here's the thing, buy the mold, do it yourself. But do you have the time? Because the first day that I did this, I did it for like 5 hours straight. Like it was exhausting. It takes so much patience. And I like power to you if you, I'm gonna move some of this chocolate over. Power to you if you have that type of patience, but I do not. And like I'm doing this because I love my clients, okay? That's it. So now I hope you can see that, like, maybe I can tilt it up too without making a super big mess. Now I have chocolate all on the edges. It's really light. You can still see my blue mold, but it's there. So I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna keep doing this. And my chocolate still needs to cool some more, so keep that in mind too. So I did that to all of them again. My chocolate is not as goopy as I would like it to be, so it's 10:14. I'm going to let it sit for, I'm just going to tell Siri 4 minutes so I don't get sidetracked. Siri, set a timer for 4 minutes. Okay, so we're good on that. And I'll be back. Okay, my chocolate has cooled a lot. 4 minutes did the trick. Again, I'm just scooping it up the sides, making a nice thick layer. The more chocolate you have in the cups, like the one that I over poured, the more you're gonna have to wait because that chocolate's gonna cool down faster, obviously. Okay, I'm flipping it back over before it hardens. Okay, so now I have nice molds. I am going to, I'm like, these molds are perfect now. These molds on the edge, they could use a little help. So I'm going to spoon a little bit into these to make sure I get the edges nice. And they're like, you want the perfect on the outside. The inside doesn't matter. As long as they can hold what you need them to hold, you're good. So, one more glob of chocolate on the edges. And y'all, I am not a professional at this. This is just the way that I've been able to get it done, okay? Not a professional. Not a professional. I do it. My husband always says, if you do it with love, it counts. And I'm doing it with love because I love my clients and I love my friends. So. Okay, done. So I'm going to pop this into my refrigerator for 5-10 minutes. Now I have some that are already made. These I made the other night. This one is a little cracked. I don't know if she'll make the cut. They do have accidents, guys. Be gentle with yourselves, but this is what they look on the outside. They do kind of have a flat bottom, which is okay because they don't roll around the table. But that's it. So in a minute I will pop those out of the mold for y'all. I find that it's best that you do like an assembly line. So you want to make a whole bunch of shells first, then you want to fill all those shells, then you want to, well, before you fill them, you clean the edges. I'll show y'all how to do that. Before you fill them, you need to clean the edges of half of them, fill them, clean the other edges, snap them together, and then sometimes if they're a little off, you have to pipe some chocolate onto them and go over with your finger and like smooth them out. So I'm gonna let those cool and then I'll show y'all how I pop them out. Okay, I'm about to pull the molds out of the fridge and take them out. But before I do that, I'm gonna show you what chocolate I was talking about. This one was from United. They were 2 for $5. That's a pretty good deal. But this one, the cubes come broken for you. Like the Walmart brand, the Great Value, you have to break the cube yourself. I don't know if I can get it open. Okay. It has like a little tray in it, so you just pop them out. So I'm gonna do 6 cubes. Just putting that right back into my bowl of already melted chocolate right there. Perfect. And then I'm going to pop this on my stove, on my pot. I'll snap a little picture for y'all. Okay guys, this is what I'm talking about when I say double boiler. I have just water in there and set that on top, and the water is going to boil and it's going to heat the pan, and then you don't burn any of your chocolate and you don't have to mess with the microwave. I should have been keeping track how long these were in the fridge, but I forgot to keep track. I'm just making sure if there's any like pulled chocolate that they're dry. Okay, so you just gently pop it out and you're gonna have a nice pretty sphere, and I'm gonna set them on my plate over here. Yeah, sometimes you'll have these like rough edges, and it's okay because like I said, I'll show you how to clean them up. These middle ones are pretty. They're the ones that I actually over poured. See, the inside's pretty, the outside's pretty. And these little bits of chocolate, you can save them and reheat them. Reuse, reuse. You don't want to waste all this chocolate. It's perfectly good. Same thing, nice and pretty. Oh, I got a little high on the camera. These last ones I had to add some chocolate to, so they're kind of thick in the middle, but that's okay. They're gonna make a heavy bomb. But that is okay. So yeah, now I'm just gonna put this. I should have already had my chocolate going. That was just bad timing on my part. Y'all do the right thing. And then so I'm gonna set this out of the way. She's ready to go again. I don't wash her in between. I guess that's kind of up to y'all. So this chocolate, I'm just gonna pop off of this tray. This is like a cookie thing. Y'all know what they're for, right? To put your cookies on when they cool. Cooling rack. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take all of these little chocolate melts and I'm gonna put them right back in my pot. I don't even know if I was talking the whole time. Anyways, let me just start over. I've got candy melts in this bowl, double boiler again. These are going to heat up really fast because it's not a lot. I still have my white chocolate over here. I put a lot in there, so it's going to take a minute. I have a saucer in here that I've heated for 3 minutes. It's going to be really hot, guys. Do not pick it up with your hand, okay? And I'm back over here, this camera. Okay, so green sprinkles on my plate. Okay. Here's what I'm doing. I have my ones that I just made. And I'm just cleaning up the edges. When you start doing it, you're gonna realize exactly what I'm talking about. You're gonna be like, oh, it makes them look so nice. And I'm gonna just do 6 of them right now because I think that's all the hot cocoa I have. I have to go to the store. To help that one out a little bit. You want to be careful when you're putting them on this plate. I should have picked a different plate because it's kind of hard to see. If you melt the edges and then you let them touch, they're going to stick together, so I don't recommend that. one more. Let that sit for a second. I'm gonna go turn down my heat a little bit. Okay. I'm sure you can buy any brand of hot cocoa. I just bought the Great Value because it's a great value. And then this one calls for 3 tablespoons and I use 2 to 3. So you just easy like that, spoon it in. Some of them you're gonna be able to fill more than others. It's beginner, you know, you're a beginner, give yourself grace. Oops, making a little mess. And I'm just gonna go ahead and fill these up because this is the end of my cocoa. Okay, that is all gone. Next, marshmallows. You can buy even smaller marshmallows than the minis. They're just kind of hard to come by right now because again, everybody and their mama is making these hot cocoa bombs, but I've just been using the minis. They fit perfectly fine. I can literally get like 8 to 10 in there. That's a lot of marshmallows, so no big deal. And you definitely have to eat like a handful every time you make them. I just love marshmallows. Does anybody else love stale marshmallows? I know that's kind of strange, but like I love it. That one's really full. And eat some more marshmallows. Okay. Here's what they look like right now. No tops, only bottoms. Okay, our plate's still nice and hot, or it should be. And you're going to melt the top of your bomb. Sometimes it likes to get suction, don't let it do that. And pop it on there. If there's a little chocolate sticking out, you want to like smooth it out. Because if you have holes, your cocoa is gonna fall out and it's gonna make your bomb not pretty. And there you go, you have a whole cocoa bomb. Set that out of the way, get another one. Immediately go in, oh you can't see what I'm doing. Immediately go in and smooth it out on the edges. You want clean hands when you're doing this, guys. Clean hands. We love our friends by cleaning our hands. So I'm just melting it, melting it. And that plate is hot, y'all. Like I'm talking hot. I put it in there for 3 minutes. Depending on what kind of plates and stuff you have, you might need to be careful with that. I have Fiesta ware, so they're like those clay plates. They can take, I'm just gonna get a little bit of chocolate on my finger, touch up. Okay, there's another one done. So my mold didn't make all 6 of these at the same time. It made 3. So don't get confused. I had 3 already made from the other night that I was just like saving. Just touching up that seam. You want to be careful. You can't touch it up with chocolate too hot or the whole bomb will start melting in your hand. I only know this because I did it. And I looked like a ding dong with cocoa everywhere. Once you get the shells made, it is easy peasy. Easy peasy. Sometimes they don't line up, and that's okay. You gotta work at it a little bit. You just, I'm sorry my edges are not in the video. I'm trying. I just keep forgetting that I'm too high. Out of the line of the camera, that is. Just go along the edges. I'm just literally dipping my finger in the chocolate from making the edges nice and clean. Last one. Okay, so now I have 6 completed bombs. Wipe my finger off. Eat a few more marshmallows because I'm addicted to them. So now, this is how I'm personally decorating mine. I'm gonna make 3 of these candy cane with the red stripes. And then I have some gold, like light sparkles I wanna use on these. So, or I mean green. This is green, Jenna, not gold. So I'm gonna put 3 of these back on my purple plate so that I don't accidentally mix them up. Okay, for the candy cane ones, I'm going to be using this silver edible glitter. I don't know if it's gonna pick up on it. I'll insert a picture of it. This is just from Wilton. It's in the same baking section you're gonna find your candy melts. And I'm just poofing it on them a lot. I want them to be beautiful. But for my green sparkle ones, I'm using the same thing but in gold. This stuff is so beautiful. It's like body glitter 2.0. With the gold one though, you kind of want to back up because it's really gold. I don't know if I love the gold. Like I just pooped way too much on there. Because it gives it like a yellow sheen almost, and I'm not a super big fan of the yellow sheen. But that's okay. So I'm doing a lot, like it's all in the air, it's so sparkly. Okay. So now I'm going to come back to my stove so I can video the rest of this for y'all. Okay. I'm back for you with a few things. I'm gonna get my gold bombs out of the way because their chocolate's not ready yet. So get that out of the way for now. Right here I have red candy melts. These are a lot thicker than the spit it out, the almond bark, but that's what it is. Okay, you can buy piping bags. I didn't buy piping bags because I'm cheap. I have sandwich bags. So I feel like for this, they're the same thing. So this cup is, hold on, this cup is too big. These birthday Minecraft cups have been my go-to. Okay. Let's get the chocolate out of the way for 1 second. Okay. Just shove your bag in here. Nothing fancy. You literally just want it to be held up by the cup. Okay. Then this is a little warm. So I'm going to grab it with this paper towel. And you're just going to literally spoon your red candy melts into this. And I'm not really using all of it. I'm kind of just using what I need because if it's in here, I can remelt it. If it's in the bag, I'm gonna have to wait for it to cool, which is okay, but okay, it's hot, so be careful, but you're gonna work it down to the tip of the bag. I'm sure you have all ice cookies before, but like that. Okay. And you're going to get it all down there and twist it off. Okay. You could even tie a knot in this, but I can't get my bag to tie a knot. So now here is where I'm going to cheat. I'm going to dip this in cold water for just a few seconds at a time. And I'm going to start working it around because if this is too hot, when you put it on this, it will melt. And you will be so sad and you'll be like, what the heck? So if you listen to nothing I say, hot chocolate melts cold chocolate, okay? That's just how it is. I didn't make the rules. It's kind of a pain because you got to wait, but I'm just cooling it down fast. You could probably do this part with the candy melts in your microwave. That's just up to you. I hate standing there and messing with it, so I just don't. Okay, this is not hot to touch anymore, so I think it's gonna be a good consistency. So you just set that out of the way. You have your bombs. And you're just gonna need a pair of scissors. I have so much going on, sorry guys. Hope y'all can see. Okay, because you have it all down to the corner, you're gonna twist it up so it doesn't shoot out the top. You could, I never close this, but I recommend closing it because you're gonna shoot it out on your hand in a second if you don't. But it takes time and I'm lazy guys. Okay. Okay, so now this one's ready to go and you can use whatever hand you see fit. I'm gonna use my right one because that's the one I'm better with. And I'm just cutting the very tip. The more you cut, the bigger it is, the more is coming out. Okay, and I just drizzle. Okay, but I'm having like a, see what happened there? The tip is still stuck on there and it's making like a weird pattern. Maybe that got it. The higher you go, the thinner it's gonna be. See? Really pretty. You can crisscross this. I don't personally love that way, but you do whatever makes you happy. Okay, and ta-da! And now this is just hanging out, okay? We're gonna just leave it on the table. I'm gonna go back. I sprayed these with silver and I'm gonna spray it while that chocolate's still hot with a little bit more silver glitter because who doesn't love some glitter? And then you let these cool because that chocolate is still hot. You can't package them yet. So you let this cool. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to first, I'm gonna pop these in the fridge because I'm lazy. Okay, first things first, this chocolate is still perfectly good in this bag. And if you do not want to waste it because you're not going to be making any more red bombs right this second. You can cut some more off the tip. You get bigger and just shoot this back into your bowl so you do not waste it. Because these colored candy melts are very expensive when you think about like how little you get. Okay, I got that back in there. Back with my white chocolate. It's melted down, yeah, nice and smooth. There's a lot more of this chocolate because remember we are going to be making some more molds with it, but first we're gonna decorate with it. Now I haven't done these like green sprinkle ones with the white chocolate, so you're gonna get to test this out with me for the first time. So again, you don't need a lot. I've been using paper towels as pot holders because every time I touch my paper towels or my pot holders to the chocolate, then they're like full of chocolate. So I'm just pouring a little bit in here. Okay. Then I'm setting this off to the side. What's happening? My thing is all wapajawed. Setting this off to the side to cool. Okay. And then same thing. I have my bombs. I'm actually going to turn these over. Gold them, but from afar. In my opinion, the silver gold of this is just way prettier, but y'all do what you want. I already bought the gold, so I need to use it up. So, same thing. How did I get... I guess I have red chocolate on my fingers because I got some in this bag. Same thing, I'm going to put this in my cold water. Don't let water get into your bag. Don't be silly. You just need it cool enough to like you can touch it because then it won't melt your bombs. A little bit longer. I'm going to go get different scissors because these stink. My kids were cutting a cardboard box with them and now they don't cut anything. Ugh. But I bet these big brand new mama jammas we bought because of the box fiasco do. Okay. My chocolate is ready. That was almost too long, literally. It got hard on the edge. Okay. So same thing. I'm just cutting a little tip here. I'm going in really pretty across there. I'm not going to do too much on these like I did on the red. I think I went a little crazy on the red on those, but for demonstration circumstances. Okay, that's done. And then this is the part where I'm like, I haven't done this before, so bear with me. I want these green ones on this one. Oh, it's so pretty. I wish I had some gold to go with these, but that's okay. You're crazy with it. I know it's kind of hard to see that. This is what these look like. Whew, almost tipped it over. Okay, so now we let these cool. I did almost tip it over. And then we will package them. But in the meantime, we have chocolate right over here cooling to fill up our molds. So This stuff I'm gonna get out of the way, like my cups, and put the lid on these. Clean up a little so I can package them for you. Okay, and I'm gonna zoom y'all in a little bit. This is the packaging that I got from Walmart. They're just little bags, clear cellophane bags. These almost don't fit the bombs, so I just pick it up, pop it in a bag. Like this one fits. It's probably because the bags are like, some of them are a little bit smaller. I try to get it looking pretty in the bottom. Then I twist it up. And I add my twisty tie. And it's all ready to go. So cute. Set that to the side. I have a little basket I put them in. Get another bag. So yeah, I'm not sure how long this video is gonna end up being. I'm sorry. This is the first type of video that I've ever really done like this. I normally just vlog, but I haven't done either. See what I'm talking about? Like this one, I don't know if it's the bag or the bomb is actually bigger, but you kind of have to squeeze it through. I haven't had a bag rip yet, so that's positive. And then I'm just gonna situate it in there. So I have never made like a how-to video like this, so I don't know if I'm the expert of hot cocoa bombs. I'm definitely not a professional, but this is just what I've been doing for my clients to show them that I love them and I'm thankful for them. They make my world go round. They bring income to my family, and I'm super thankful for them and for that. A lot of them have turned into such special friends, and I just love them to death. So this is how I'm showing that.